Hi there everyone, and welcome to the first edition of the warm-up lap vlog here on the Backstretch Banner YouTube channel. My name's Jordan. I'm the host of the Backstretch Banner podcast, as well as this vlog series that I'm going to do for you guys throughout the summer whenever I can make it out to any kind of racetrack, whether it's dirt track, short track racing up here in Canada, or at the Monster Energy Cup Series, Capital Truck Series, or Xfinity Series races that I'm able to go to. Hopefully going to be able to make it to a few of them. There's a few of them within close driving distance, like a few hours, like Watkins Glen, Michigan, Pocono, Canadian Tire Motorsports Park. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully being able to make it out to some of those for you guys. For this first video, I thought I'd do a little bit of video about myself, about where I'm from. I'm from Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Currently actually up at the Niagara Escarpment, where if you look into the very far distance, you can see Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's about an hour and a half drive away from here, from where I'm currently standing. But yeah. So I figured for today's vlog, I'd give you a little bit of a tour around Niagara Falls. About to head back down to the actual, like, where Niagara Falls is, because it's actually really nice out when it's lit up at night, as it lit up both the American side and the Canadian side at night as well. And also I'm going to give you guys a little bit of a perspective of what I do when I'm not sitting at home watching races and creating a podcast for you guys. I am a sport management student at Niagara College here in Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. And I also compete in a competition called First Robotics, which First Robotics, I've been doing it since 2011, so quite a while. And with the First Robotics, what I do is I mainly do strategy with two teams, 4618 Newman Robotics out of Hamilton, Ontario, and Team 6878 SJB Odyssey, also out of Hamilton, Ontario. The team numbers is the team identity that we get. It's kind of similar to the NASCAR, to NASCAR style, how like Ty Dillon gets the number 13 car when he's on the track, and Bubba Wallace gets the number 43 car on the track. My robots get the numbers 4618 and 6878 on the track, on the field when we're on the field competing. So I've been doing that for going on 8 years now. I've won multiple events. This year's been borderline of my most successful so far. Won a gold medal a couple weeks ago in Toronto with SJB Odyssey 6878, and a silver medal 2 weeks ago at the York University District event with 4618 Newman Robotics, which I will have a little bit of a video further on, like towards the end. There will be videos from that I was able to take during the event. There's obviously always a lot of footage that you can record at those, so I will have some video that I'm going to insert towards the end of this video after we get the little bit of a tour through Niagara Falls done. So I'm just going to head back to my car now and head back towards the falls and get you guys down there so you can see the falls lit up at night. Alright, so I apologize for the bouncy footage as I'm coming on my way down here, trying to get out of the noise as much as I can so you guys can hear me. Heading towards a giant Ferris wheel we have here in Niagara Falls. One of the giant tourism destination areas, for sure, bar none. There's definitely a lot to do here in the falls. It was a blessing growing up here. Mainly because there's always so much to do. From the arcade and the bowling alley here to the fun houses to once you become an adult, we have two different casinos, Niagara Niagara Casino Niagara and Falls View Casino Resort. So you can see up on top of the giant building up there, right in that building. There's also a giant indoor water park as well. Lots of good places to eat as well. So there's definitely a lot to do here in the falls. The Niagara Skywheel, which is the giant Ferris wheel we have. We actually have a new go-kart track that's about to open soon, probably within the next 2 months. It's been built as a Mario-style race course. It's just behind here, actually, behind the Dinosaur Adventure Golf. Can't really see much of it from here, but I will come when we come back up to go back towards the car. I gotta pass by it on my way anyways, so I'll go right by it again. But there's definitely a lot to do here in Niagara Falls. I love growing up here. It costs a little bit more to grow up here, obviously, being a tourist town, so everything's the prices are kind of jacked up a little bit, not a lot. It definitely was. I remember plenty of times coming down here and going to the arcades as a little kid and just having a lot of fun. But we're gonna continue down the hill here past we have the Maze of Lasers. That's new, actually. I haven't even seen that place open yet, so that's new. Ice cream places, anything that a normal like carnival-ish area would have, you name it, we got it here. It's from the ice cream cones, arcades, everything. You name it, we got it. Guinness Book of World Records Museum. Lots of hotels, lots and lots of hotels. This is one of 2 Sheratons that we have here. I believe the other one's on the other side. I'll show it to you in a little bit. Haunted houses. Heck, you name it, we got it for sure. But let's finish up getting down the hill. Go see the wonderful, wonderful waterfalls that we came to see. The Joker. Rainforest Cafe. It definitely, if you're a beer connoisseur, as I call it, the person like me that loves to drink beer, come down here. If you ever come to Niagara Falls, make sure you come to Niagara Brewing Company. I've been there a number of times with a bunch of buddies of mine, and it's always, they have really good, really good craft beers that they have there, as well as daily beer specials as well. It's always different. It's really cheap for what the area has. It's definitely really cheap, so I recommend heading over there. Rainforest Cafe is pretty good as well. We got a lot of stuff down here. Got a lot of park area, a lot of park space down here, which is really nice. Especially during the summertime, it's really nice to come for a walk. You can see in the distance there, that's the other casino in the far distance with that's lit up in blue there with the casino sign. We'll get a little bit of a better view in a few minutes here. The Skyline Tower is right there as well. I have not been up to the top of the Skyline Tower ever. I'm kind of afraid of heights, except for when it comes to flying. So I've never been up there, but I have been to the top of the CN Tower in Toronto, which is a lot taller, so you try to understand that one. But as we finish up heading down towards the water, and as you can see, I've changed my hat because, you know, it's cold being here in Canada. It's like 2 degrees Celsius outside right now, which I think is like mid to mid 30s, early 40s, I think. I'm not very good at the conversion for Celsius to Fahrenheit. But we're heading back down. You can see Clifton Hill in the background behind me there. I'm gonna finish heading down to the falls. Waterfalls are actually like pretty much right in front of me here. But while we're getting down to the final thing, I figure I might as well give you guys a little bit more background about myself. Been a NASCAR fan since I can remember, since I was a little kid. I always grew up as a Tony Stewart fan. Huge Tony Stewart fan. I think I went to pretty much every autograph signing while he was with Joe Gibbs Racing. With Home Depot as a sponsor. I'm pretty sure I went to every single NASCAR race that was down, or not NASCAR race, sorry, every appearance that he came to here in Canada. I was there. I made sure I was there. I would draw pictures from him as a little kid, everything. Yeah, it was I was a huge fan of his all the way till his retirement last year. After that, I don't know. It's been a process just trying to find who I want to be, who I want as my favorite driver. Definitely number one on my list now. I kind of figured it out after going to Michigan last year. Number one on my list is Ty Dillon. I think he's got a huge, bright future in this sport, in NASCAR. Hopefully one day, who knows, maybe I could work for him. Be really, really cool. But really between him and this year Bubba, with Bubba coming into this series from the Truck Series and the Xfinity Series, it's definitely been, I'd say him and Ty have got to be my two favorite drivers for sure. Yeah, so I've been to one NASCAR race in my entire life. As surprising as that sounds, I've been a NASCAR fan my whole life, but never really had the ability as a little kid to travel to the races. So last year, got my license, got my car. Last year, finally decided to head to my first track, Michigan. It was fun for sure. Got to meet Ty Dillon, got to meet Austin, Bubba, a lot of drivers while I was down there. But for sure, and then, but for sure, plan on going to the one of the races in Michigan this year. Maybe Watkins Glen, Pocono. All those races are kind of close to me. Watkins Glen is the second closest track to me, with Canadian Tire Motorsports Park being the first one. So definitely going to be going back there this year, hopefully as a member of the media once again, like last year. I had a little bit of computer issues, lost a bunch of the videos that I had recorded there. I kind of did a vlog style recording while I was there for the Backchurch Banner YouTube channel, but I have since found them in a recovery on my hard drive. So let's just cross the road here. I have since found them on a recovery on my MacBook hard drive. So I am going to work on getting that video out for you guys as soon as I can. I'm kind of busy right now with all the robotic stuff and being towards the end of school. So that will probably come out, I would say, in May at some point in time. Planning some other videos as well, like when, like for the Coca-Cola 600 weekend. Because that'll be my 1 year anniversary, actually, is Coca-Cola 600. 1 year of having the podcast going every weekend, except for obviously in the off season this year. Next year, I plan on doing some more stuff during the off season. Maybe even try to do a road trip down to Charlotte during the off season next year and do that. But with that said, we have made our way here to what I came to show you guys, my hometown, Niagara Falls. Here's the actual falls itself. As you can see, they kind of light them up really nice colors at night. Right now it's lit up blue. They do it for special occasions sometimes. Different colors. It depends on what happens, really. Like they change the colors all throughout the night. So there's the Canadian Horseshoe Falls. And then over here is closer to us is the American Falls as well. And then if you look off in the distance, there are the buildings I was telling you about earlier. The casino there, the second casino. That was the newer one built in 2006 here in Niagara Falls. Whole whack ton of hotels up there, and the Skyline Tower. Which, if you get the chance to come here to Niagara Falls, definitely go up to seeing the Skyline Tower and see the view of the falls from up there. It's really, really nice. I've seen pictures from up there, obviously, from living here my entire life. They use them in promotions, and it looks like it's a really, really nice show. They've got two dining rooms up there, a revolving dining room that kind of revolves all the way around the Skyline Tower, and a buffet as well. Arcade in there as well. Lots of arcades around here for the kids. Casinos for the adults. Bars for the adults. So a little bit of everything for you if you do come here. As you can see, if you look down there, actually Niagara Falls is still completely pretty much filled with ice, so with it being so cold still. So you could pretty much, if you were to be down there, you could pretty much walk across, but I wouldn't recommend it, because over there is the US. We're in Canada right now, so you have a little bit of border issues if you were to do that, but it's all in good fun. But yeah, so this is where I grew up, seeing this every day. During the winter months, they have what's called the Festival of Lights that they run all the way along the road that we just crossed, which is called the Niagara Parkway. That is really, really beautiful. They used to have Disney characters there, but they don't anymore. So there's your view of Niagara Falls from my eyes. It's definitely very beautiful. I've been living here my entire life, so I could definitely say that I've definitely enjoyed living here. Being able to come down here during the summertime, just come for walks. I actually used to work at the casinos up there, so if I was early for my shift, I'd come down for a little bit of a walk beforehand, just kind of catch some fresh air. It's definitely very, very nice. But anyways, back to what I was saying before. Definitely planning on going to a bunch of races this year, planning a whole bunch of stuff, trying to grow the Backstretch Banner brand that I've really learned to do from my schooling over the last 6 months. Is the biggest thing you can do is grow your brand if you want to try to make it out there. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Last year I was fortunate enough to make it into for Canadian Tire Motorsports Park, get in there as a media member. Hopefully going to be able to do that again this year. I am going to be applying to a bunch of other racetracks as well, like Watkins Glen, Michigan, Indianapolis, places like that, to try and get media as I go down the stairs here. But yeah, so it's definitely going to be interesting to see how this year pans out for me with that stuff. I'm looking forward to it. I have fun doing this. That's the biggest thing that I did. NASCAR is the one thing that I do that I do and what I watch that I can have fun with, which is why I hope to one day work in the industry, because I know that if I were to get into the industry, I'd never have to work a day in my life. And that's something that has definitely been preached to me a lot over the last 6 months of school and over the last few weeks specifically, while I've had guest speakers coming into class to talk to us. But anyways, we're gonna head back to the car now. It's kind of cold, like very, very cold. My hand's kind of freezing on my little selfie stick here that I got to record with. So I'm gonna head home. But first, let me talk to you guys a little bit more as I'm walking up the hill about the robotic stuff that I do. So the tournament that I participate in, I volunteer, I mentor a team with, is called First Robotics. I compete here in Ontario, in the Ontario district. Competes all around the world. Israel, China, Australia, Mexico, Brazil. Huge in the U.S., like all over the place in the U.S. World Championships is in the U.S. in 3 weeks in Detroit, which I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to take my team there once again. It's been a while since I've been there actually competing. I've gone to watch the last few years, but I have not competed there, so it'll be cool to be finally be able to head back there. But I've been doing this for 8 years now, going on 9 years next year, which is a long time, an insanely long time if you think about it. Like, I would have never guessed that I was going to be doing something like that for the last 8 years of my life. I've had a great time, made a lot of friends all over the U.S., Canada. I have a few friends in Mexico, Australia, everywhere, really everywhere around the world. So I've definitely been blessed to be able to have that opportunity to compete in this. It's grown a lot since I've done it. Since I've been doing it since 2011, it's grown a lot. Like, the branding of it has grown so much that there's teams pretty much in almost every other school in Hamilton area, in Toronto area, which is great. Like, it's something that students definitely need for sure to have in their life, is something like that, a team like that that no matter who they are, they can compete in it. But we're gonna head back up the hill here. I'm gonna take you guys to the go-kart track that's up there. Well, here we have, we're at the soon-to-be open called, where's my finger? There it is. Niagara Speedway is what they're going to call this place. It's going to be the second go-kart track we have here. Definitely, if you look at it, if you look at that loop right there, it kind of reminds you, I can understand where they came from with the Mario idea. Sorry, my brain's kind of all rambled up with how cold it is out here. But if you look at that loop right there, you would definitely think that this is like a Mario themed go-kart track for sure. It's got the kind of like Rainbow Road feel to it. It's got the bumps in it. It's got the bumps going down the hill. It's got a huge spiral on the other side, which I'm about to get to show you guys in a second. But there's definitely a lot of stuff that's reminiscent of Mario, that's for sure. Like if you look in the far distance over there, you can see the other huge spiral. I'm going to come down a little bit further this way. You'll be able to see the bumps. It's going to be cool. Definitely a really, really cool thing that's going to open up here. There actually used to be a hotel that sat right on these grounds right here. It used to be a hotel, so you can tell that we take things a little bit seriously when it comes to wanting attractions and stuff down here for people to go to. Yeah, as you can see right there, you can see the bumps, Rainbow Road style bumps. But alright guys, well just like that I made it back to the car. I'm freezing cold, so I'm going to head home. Be sure to stay tuned. I'm going to have some of the video from my robotics tournament that I had last weekend at Ryerson University here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, was where the venue is. I'm going to have some of that video up for you guys at the end of this. Some of the best moments that I found that I was able to record from the event. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below and follow along on all my social media feeds at BStretchBanter on Twitter, at BackstretchBanter on Instagram, and the Backstretch Banter Facebook page as well. You can find the podcast on my website, www.backstretchbanter.com. You can find links to all social media on there as well. Be sure to, and if you do want to check out that robotic stuff that I was talking about before, head over to their website, firstinspires.org. They have a list of events all over the place. If you're in Detroit, come to the World Championships at the end of this month, April 26th through 29th or 30th, I believe, whatever the last weekend of the month is this month. Come over, check it out. I'll probably be there with Team 4618 or Team 6878, depending on if any of us qualify for it. If not, be sure to drop me a line on any of my social media feeds. And if you're a huge fan of the show, I'll definitely be willing to come meet up with you guys, especially in Detroit there. But anyways, thanks for tuning into the first ever vlog, the warm-up lap vlog here on Backstretch Banter, on the Backstretch Banter YouTube channel. And I'll see you guys later on when I get that video for Canadian Tire Motorsports Park from last year up. As soon as I'm able to get it up, I'll get it to you guys. And I look forward to being able to share some more content with you guys. But anyways, I gotta go. I'm tired. It's cold. I want to warm up. So I'll see you guys later. And thanks again for tuning in.